There was bird church. And there was a congregation of birds, and they got together. They walked to church like every single day. And they would get all these amazing like things, and they would feel it deep in their hearts, right? And then they would walk home and do whatever they would do. And one day, there was a bird who had this testimony of flying. He's like, we can fly. It's amazing. You don't have to walk anymore. And everybody was like, what? We can fly? How did we do this? He's like, you flap your arms and you kind of like, it lifts you up. And so everybody's practicing this at bird church, and they found out that they could fly. And it's kind of amazing this one day, right? And they were just so thrilled. However, at the end of church that day, they all walked home. The moral of the story is there was nothing that they didn't implement. They didn't take massive action. They learned that they could do it, and they never did it again. And you and I do that all the time. Human beings like you and me, we tend to do the easiest thing we can possibly do. And sometimes that's not flying. Sometimes we're like not sure if we can fly. In fact, it's kind of funny. And when you do it, you find out that it's really not that hard. Like when you hear the value on this podcast or other podcasts, or when your listener hears the value on your podcast, they don't do shit, man. They just like hear it, say, I'm glad that I heard that. And then they walk home instead of flying home. You might know that you need to take action on this next business idea, or your listener needs to take action on a business idea. The problem is it's not so easy to just do that first quick step. So at the end of the day, here's how you find a way to help your listener, and how I hope to help you to take that next step. When you're on Bird Church, when you're the leader of your podcast, when you're at Bird Church, when you're up in front of everybody and you're telling everybody how to fly and that it's amazing, at the end of your episode, you have to say, now it's time to fly. I want you to go practice flying 3 times this week. Okay, something like that. Call them to action. This is a big takeaway. It's called CTA, call to action, CTA. And the goal is, now that your listener has learned all of the stuff, has felt inspired and motivated, get them off their ass. Get them to take that first step by calling them to action. Here's the 2 takeaways. I loved skydiving. And when we got down to the ground, the guy was recording and he said, would you do that again? And I said something like, hell yeah, I would. Something like that. I was so excited. I was like, yes, definitely. All of the things that push our comfort zone, they can help us. They can benefit us. They can grow us as human beings. The only way we get our muscles stronger is by flexing them, by straining them, by putting them through something. I'm on a 2-day fasting journey right now. It's not my longest one, but I won't be able to eat until tonight. And that's not necessarily easy. It's getting easier because I've done it before. But at the beginning, you're like, oh yeah, I'll start tomorrow. Or I've got this food in my fridge that is going to go bad, so I'll just start tomorrow. And we procrastinate and we push it. And then we never try fasting. We never try skydiving. We never jump off that thing. We never take action on the stuff that we need to do. Your listener needs to take action. Your listener must take action. In many cases, it's how you make money. In many cases, it's how they make money.